I finally bit the bullet and got a fitness tool that I kept saying I wasn't going to get. Just like my Apple Watch, I went years and years without one, refusing to get one, and then when I finally got one, I feel like I couldn't live without it. So the reason I did not want to get this tool was because I was so afraid it would dictate how my day went. Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know the 3 things that are most important when it comes to your health, and that is nutrition, fitness, and sleep. So what I bought was the Oura Ring sleep tracker. I've had it for about a week, and I am happy to announce that I have been scoring pretty well when it comes to my sleep. Welcome to Boom 50 Fitness. My name's Regan, and this is your channel for all things health and fitness in your 50s and beyond. So in the days that I've had it, I've been scoring in the 90s with one day scoring in the 80s, and I'm going to explain why that happened. So if you haven't seen the Oura Ring, this is what it looks like. And I got the gold one, and they suggest that you wear it on your pointer finger. So at night, I have been wearing it on my pointer finger, but you know, my fingers swell up a little bit in the night. So once I get it off my pointer in the morning, I usually move it to my middle finger. So it suggests your pointer finger, your index finger being the #1 option, and a close second is your middle finger or your ring finger. So today I am going to go over my nighttime routine to guarantee a great night's sleep. And spoiler alert, it starts in the morning. But first, before I go over my nighttime routine that starts in the morning, let me tell you a little bit about my sleep scores. So as I said, I've been scoring in the 90s. This morning I had a 95. So let me show you what that score means. I will stick it up over here, and let me look at my computer where I have everything listed. So, and I'm not putting this up to make anyone feel bad, because I want to tell you it's taken me a long time to really dial in my sleep routine, my nighttime routine. So I'm going to go over all of that with you so that you can dial yours into just in case you need to. So here you'll see what's listed. So I scored the 95, which is optimal, and my total sleep was 8 hours and 11 minutes. And then you'll see your efficiency, your restfulness, and then it's always important to look at your REM score, that's the rapid eye movement score, and the deep sleep score. Latency would be how long it took you to fall asleep. And then what else do we have on here? And then it will also show you some graphs on your night's sleep. It's really fun, actually, you guys. I'm really glad I got mine. And yeah, and it will explain more if you're in the app, and you can really get into detail on, you know, where you scored your points and how you got there. And on the app, it goes into way more detail about what everything means. So like I said, I've been scoring in the 90s, and I even, on one of the nights, I even went out with a couple of my friends, and I had a couple cocktails, and I had the cocktails pretty early, and the restaurant was about a 40-minute walk from my place. So I walked there and I walked home. And so by the time I got home, I didn't go to sleep right away. And it was probably a good 2 to 3 hours from my last drink when I went to bed and from when I ate. So, but I was still expecting my score to go down, and it did, but I still scored in the 90s. I scored a 91. But alcohol and food too close to your bedtime can really, really affect your score. Now, the night I scored in the 80s, I can't remember what I scored, maybe like an 84. Anyway, it was right before I shut down all my electronics, which I will go into, but it was right before that, and my brother had texted me, and I looked at the text before I was about to shut everything down, and it had said that my mom had taken a fall. And so both my brothers and I were texting back and forth for a while. And even though I fell asleep at a decent time, I think the fact that The fall stressed me out. The text messages back and forth stressed me out a little bit. And the fact that I didn't shut down the blue light at the same time that I normally do really did affect my sleep. Okay, so let's get into the things that I do to prepare my body for a great night's sleep. The first thing I do is in the morning. And when I wake up, I drink 2 big water bottles straight down. I know it seems like a lot, but you want to rehydrate. And I hydrate throughout the whole day. And so that will add to getting a better night's sleep. But after I drink those water bottles and I get out of bed, I get sunlight in my eyes. So I take Fiona out for a long walk every morning. In fact, a lot of times I'll get 10,000 steps before 10 a.m., which is awesome. It's a good thing about living in a big city. So, but it's really important to get sunlight in your eyes. So for the first half hour that I'm outside, I don't wear sunglasses. Now listen, I know a lot of you can't go out for long walks in the morning, and that's okay. If you can just get outside for 5 or 10 minutes without sunglasses on, even if it's a cloudy day. If you can't get outside, just open up the blinds and look outside. Because what this will do is regulate your body's sleep-wake cycle. But it will also boost your mood, your alertness, and your overall well-being. And it does this by increasing serotonin production while also setting your circadian rhythm for a better night's sleep. It's like your body's natural wake-up call. So get out there without your sunglasses on for a short period of time, and it will make a huge difference. And another thing that I do is the same thing around dusk, and that again will help with your circadian rhythm. And before we jump right to evening, during the day, I always get in a lot of movement. And like I said, I drink a lot of water, and those things combined will really, really help set the stage for a great night's sleep. So depending on when dusk is, that kind of dictates if I get a little walk in before dinner or after dinner. But in general, I try to eat my dinner between 6 and 7 because I go to bed around 10 o'clock at night, and that gives me a good 3 hours before I go to bed. And you want to do that because you want to make sure you balance out those hormones and that your body's not working to digest your food when you're trying to go to sleep. I've talked about that in so many other videos, so I won't go into detail about it. Just plan your last meal at least 3 hours before bed. And same goes for alcohol. Make sure you have finished your last drink at least 3 hours before bed. Now, because I get in long walks in the morning, and that's when I also get my workouts in, I usually work pretty late at night. So after I've had my dinner, I usually will work on my computer until about 7:30, either editing videos or putting together programs for people, working on my master's degree, all those things that I need to do on my computer. And then I have a really strict shutdown time when it comes to my computer, social media, my phone. At 7:30, I shut it down and I do not allow myself back on my phone or my computer. Nope, I know that's early, but it's what works for me. And the one night I didn't do this, that was the night I ended up getting a lower sleep score. Now, as soon as I shut everything down, I get out my day timer, which is usually just next to me where I work on my computer, which is over on my counter over there. And I put down my to-do list for the next day. And I always make sure to get my top 3 items that I need to get done on that list. I'm not sure where this came from, but I've heard this several times from motivational speakers, but it's called Eat the Frog. You want to do the top 3 most difficult tasks on your to-do list first thing. And so you eat the frog and you get it done with, and then it's much easier to just get the rest of the stuff on your to-do list done. So I put all that stuff on paper in my day timer so that I'm not thinking about it when I go to bed. And the next day on my calendar, I have it all planned out, hour to hour, when it comes to seeing clients, when I'm posting on social media, when I need to film a video, when I need to film reels or shorts or TikToks, all of that stuff, when I'm going to be editing everything. So I plan out my whole day just hour by hour. And I know having that plan definitely sets me up to have a much more restful evening. Okay, so I've shut down my computer and I have written my to-do list for the next day. Then what I love to do, this is one of my favorite parts of my evening routine, is I use my red light therapy mat. I try to use mine for about 30 minutes every night, and it really, really relaxes me. It feels great. I'll do some deep breathing, and it is a time that I really look forward to. If you're wondering what red light therapy is, it's a therapeutic technique that uses low-level wavelengths of red light to help reduce inflammation, repair muscle tissues, and basically promote healthy aging. All right, and I do that completely naked. So right when I'm done with my red light therapy, I pop in the shower. I take my showers at night because I live in a city, and with pollution and the walking that I do in the morning and in and out of my apartment building throughout the day, I just want to get all cleaned up before I go to bed. And I think that this really helps with my sleep too. So I take a nice warm shower. After my nice warm shower, I do my skincare routine, and then I also do my hormone replacement therapy. So I take progesterone at night, and I also take magnesium at night. Now, I said my cutoff for food and alcohol is around 7, but my cutoff for all my other drinks is 8 o'clock. So that's around the time I take my progesterone and my magnesium. And in between, when I'm doing all my other things, I'm drinking my night-night tea, and so I am staying hydrated, but I do have a strict cutoff at 8 o'clock when it comes to liquids. And after that, I put on my cozy pajamas and I curl up and watch a little bit of TV. And I put on my blue light blockers. Where are they? Let me go grab them so I can show you. Okay, I think there might be better ones on the market. These ones aren't super intense, so they don't give like an orange tint. Oh, they're so dirty right now. But I wear these at night when I do watch TV, and you know, they don't look so bad. But yeah, they're blue light blockers. These ones are from Key. You might pronounce it as Quay, but it's pronounced Key, Q-U-A-Y, blue light blockers. So I wear these at night. I usually watch anywhere from a half hour of TV to max an hour. I don't get the chance to watch too much TV before I go to bed, but I'll usually watch one show. And then on my iWatch, I have a reminder for 9:30 saying that that is bedtime. And at 9:30, I turn off the TV, I get in bed, and I read a book. Here's a helpful hint. You probably won't fall asleep right away, but if you know you want to go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6, get in bed by 9:30. Never expect to just get in bed and fall right to sleep. And then I read for 20 minutes to a half hour, and by then I am so tired. I turn off the light, I put down my book, and I drift off to sleep. So those are the things that I do to promote a really, really restful night. It has all been working for me, and I want to hear from you guys. Like, do you have an Oura ring? I want to hear what you think about it. And if you've been comparing scores with friends, I've been comparing scores with friends and clients, and I want to talk more about the Oura ring in another video and exactly what all the data means. And if you want me to go into more detail about what all the data means, I would be so happy to do that. And I can do that in another upcoming video. But in the meantime, let me know if you have an Oura ring, if you're thinking of getting one, if there's no way you want one. Inquiring minds want to know. Just leave me a comment down below. I hope you loved this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you're the first to know when my next video drops. My name's Regan. This is Boom 50 Fitness, your new BFF. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.